Sorry, Maury. I know you like me to be punctual, but like I said, I just don't care enough about you or your time. I just don't think that's important enough for me to respect and make any effort to maintain. But hey, everybody. Oh, hey, Drops. Yeah, I just saw your message actually right now, earlier. So what I'd say, well, I think that we're pretty close to the end. I think this might be the last stream. If not, I'm fairly certain that tomorrow's stream will be the last of this game. But since we're nearing the end, quite a bit has happened. So if you can, if you prefer, you can kind of like go along, and I'll try to explain as we go, or you can just rewatch the older ones, whatever you think. I can try them and summarize as we go, but it's I might miss some stuff. Just saying. Anyhow, so great to see everybody. Hope you guys are having a great day and as good as you can the start of the week. And let's head right into it. So like I said, a lot has happened. We got all the endings but one, and we're right at the ending. I'm pretty sure. We made a bunch of discoveries, but basically what we got now is that where we were, final decision. If you guys remember, we're at the timeline where they played through the game, but no one has died yet. And what has happened now, we activated all the Force Quit boxes, and now they finally met. The doors have been opened, they're all awake at the same time, because they all figured out how to trick or break, rather, the bracelets, and now they can keep going. Okay, see you tomorrow, Drops. Have a good night, man. Alright, so you watch Citizen Kane. I think Citizen Kane is a great movie. I think anyone like Jack White who says it's their favorite movie is a pretentious asshole, because there's no way that's anyone's favorite movie who is like younger than 60 or 70. Like, there's no way. I mean, come on. But it's a good movie. Parts of it still hold up. Inspired me to buy a cane and to be a citizen. Funny. Who hates artsy stuff says he loves that. No, it's not. It's not a bad movie. By any way, it's a very good movie, and parts of it still hold up. But I won't see it like I won't say that it holds up to modern cinema, since culture is just like moved so much since then. But it's still a good movie. It still holds up. Parts of it, you can still see the effort. I really think that I forgot his name right now. The director, I blacked out. So I really like him. Both as an actor and as a director. I think he's great. It's his favorite movie, really. No way. I just don't. Orson Welles. Thanks, Bats. I don't believe that that's anyone's favorite movie. I mean, come on. You're just lying. I mean, your favorite movie can't be that, unless I keep saying always when I talk about cinema that it's a lot about context. But unless you got, like, I don't know, your first blowjob with that movie in the background, I don't see how it can be your favorite. But then again, people are different, so what do I know? Alright, so here we go. Oh wow, we got a bunch of we got a nice grinder chat in chat. I'm in for that though. That's pretty cool. Anyhow, so now they met and they're gonna start talking. If I remember right.
I knew it.
Oh, hey, Chairs.
Looks like the memories we regained are true after all.
The three wards.
I guess that's a pretty good point,
Same
Bats.
place. Then
It's just, I don't know, maybe I need to rewatch the movie. Maybe I'm giving it too much crap. But I remember after seeing that and hearing that Jack White said it's his favorite movie, I was thinking like, oh my god, what a pretentious dick.
and Mira and Eric.
And you're Sean, right?
Carlos. What happened?
Proof of friendship.
He's a pretentious ass, but he makes good
Anyway,
music, so you know
what are
he
you
sort of
guys
gets a
doing here?
pass.
According to the schedule, C team and Q team should both.
Also, if we didn't like artists because of like, you know, their personality and attitude, then there would be almost no artists that we could actually enjoy, in my opinion. Like, a lot of them are asses and jerks, but still extremely talented.
I remember everything.
It's kind of something that you gotta
I do
take with you.
too. Junpei and I as well.
Over the past few hours, we got back the memories we forgot.
Well, to be
Oh,
more
congrats,
accurate,
Fox.
it's more
Damn,
like we
three and a
accessed
half.
the
That's
morphogenetic
quite a bit,
field
man.
and downloaded all of them.
Impressive.
Then you have the.
Yeah,
other
Scorsese is
three
cute.
memories too?
That's true. It's more fun when an artist you like is not is really cute and nice.
But
But you can't, like, if we just
hold up.
ignored everyone who's an ass or a
Different.
pretentious dick, then
Yeah.
we won't have almost
We
anybody.
didn't gain memories from other histories.
Then neither of you got injected?
No, we're the same as Carlos and the others.
Okay, so we're up to speed. We know how everybody retained their memories this time. Apparently, if they lost one bout of the drugs, then after a couple of hours they just regain their memories.
I accessed the central control computer. Then I briefly turned off the communication.
Oh yeah, Wells was
That
extremely
way, I
pretentious,
stopped
wasn't he?
Surveillance cameras from sending any data to Zero.
But again,
I
very
didn't
talented
want Zero
and very
to
charismatic,
catch on
gotta
to
say.
what we were doing.
And that's when Sean let us in on the truth of what's going on here.
We went over to the transporter room and picked up 2 cards. Before
I think
the
it was
injection,
just super intense from what I've heard. It was like super serious about its fucking art.
Okay.
That it came out as meanness
Now
to
you
other
two
people a
make
lot of
sense.
times.
But what about you, Sean?
Well, you probably already know, but I'm a robot. Being injected does nothing to me. Then, every time the time limit approached, I was forced to go into sleep mode. Then, my memories from the previous 90 minutes were deleted. I didn't want that to happen, so... You remember me saying I accessed the computer? Well, I hacked my own system too.
He said
Really?
he managed
That's...
to cancel
huh.
the forced sleep and delete functions.
Well, I don't think anyone is going to argue that Orson Welles was a kind of a jackass or a dick.
What about C-Team then?
We couldn't interrupt the surveillance cameras, so we had to be sneaky instead.
First, Carlos pushed me down and climbed on top of me.
What? It was just an act. I was only pretending to do it.
Merely pretending.
To whisper in my ear. He said to go to the transporter room and grab the cards in there.
But if I just let her go,
Could be bats. To be honest, it's just kind of hard to
so
tell.
Junpei and I stayed behind to get Zero's undivided attention. I casually invited Junpei to the power room.
Like even people who were still alive who knew him. Which are probably quite a bit, because he only died like what in the 80s or something. So
You should have told
even
me
people who knew him might, you know, twist
Zero
reality a
figured
bit
it
just
out.
to be a bit more sensational.
You look like you'd be a crap actor.
And after that,
We met Akane in the lounge. We hid from the cameras and each got a card from her.
Well, yeah, bats. I think that's like the case
sorry.
though for every director who wants like full creative control.
everyone knows
That's like the classic
what all
case.
happened in the other histories.
Oh, there we go. We reached the point where we stopped yesterday. So what happened in the other histories?
You, Mira, and Eric?
Didn't Eric say so earlier? Sean told us everything.
Oh, he told you every possible scenario of every reality. Nice.
Why?
Why what?
Why do we know about the other histories? Well, that's probably...
You want to know?
So they were in other histories, but they didn't remember this part about Q/Delta walking, talking,
It's actually
controlling
Zero.
people. Maybe.
Feel free to call me by my given name,
I thought you were.
which is Stumpy.
I thought you knew everything in all the other histories.
There's no need to look so threatening. You were the one who named me, Diana.
You can call her mom. Come on, or mommy, if you feel like it.
It doesn't matter. I shall answer your question.
Is she his mom though? If in this reality she never gave birth to him,
Junpei, Diana.
can you honestly say that she's his mom? That they're his parents and that she's his sister?
You are shifters, correct? Think
Oh,
back
Diana
on
too?
your path to
Huh.
this very moment. Did you arrive in this history by following a normal flow of time? No, of course you didn't. You jumped in from another history using your shift abilities. And it wasn't just this once. You have been shifting back and forth many times. From one point in space-time to another. You boldly took chances. Much jumping from one tree branch to another. You have forgotten that fact, perhaps as a result of the medicine, or as one of the side effects of shifting. Regardless, your memories have been kept firmly intact within the morphogenetic field. It is simply that the 6 of you regained the memories of those times. One small trigger, and the levy preventing you from remembering collapsed. Sean is a similar case. However, his thought center is located within the quantum computer, so I suppose it's slightly different from you.
What about me and Mira?
You are both like me, in that we do not have the ability.
Oh, he can shift then. He can just copy himself probably.
Don't?
That's probably how he did it.
I have another power instead. The power to mind hack.
Mind hack?
Hmm. Which power is better, I wonder? Have your consciousness leap through the multiverse?
To read other
Or read and
people's
control
minds.
people's minds?
I know the thoughts and ideas that go through their heads.
Also, yeah, it's kind of a classic for a cult leader, I suppose.
Spy is trying to do right now. Step away from that device, Spy.
Then, when we blocked the injection,
I saw through your ruse.
Then why did you...
I wanted all of you to play the final decision game.
the final decision game?
I find human decisions fascinating. More specifically, the world branching that occurs as a result. I already mentioned that I am unable to share. But after looking inside millions of minds, I learned one thing. There are people in this world with the ability to jump between histories. That shifters exist. Hence, why I know so much about these parallel worlds.
You did all this? Because you were curious?
When a person does something significant, it's difficult to boil the reason down to one word. Their motives are often very complex.
I am a very complex
It is
man.
the same now. To fulfill several objectives, it was necessary to trap all of you in here.
So why did you do it?
You want to know? It is so you give birth to Phi and myself, Diana.
But that's isn't this a paradox though? Also, this isn't a big reveal. We already knew that.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's a reveal to them.
I and I
Some of them, at least.
are the children of Diana and Sigma.
But isn't this a time loop? Because if this is the only way
Their children?
that they become their parents,
November 16th, 2029.
then how? Like, what was
We're
going
born.
on in the first time that this happened?
This was another history, of course.
I don't know. I feel like this is like a major thing. This is a major plot point. It's a huge fucking paradox.
Shortly after, the atomic data that makes up our bodies was transported to April 1904. The transporter was located in a German research facility at that time. Our bodies reconstructed and regenerated in the export pods at that facility.
But that would mean you're
So they were raised by
I'm 124.
Nazis?
You're joking.
But Phi is...
A German researcher sent her to 2008.
Why would he do that?
Records indicate that she was part of an
Oh.
experiment.
You're saying Phi
Pre-Nazi.
jumped back
Well,
in
maybe
time
later.
from
I don't know.
2029 to the year 1904.
And then back to
and then
2008.
forward again to
Why?
2008?
Because it's convenient, I think.
What was sent both times was simply the data maker.
Oh, right. So she was cloned twice. Oh, so there is a Phi
In 2008.
from back then.
That's when an old couple who were researchers took me in.
We've gone off topic.
So where's Phi who lived off since 1904?
Everything that occurred here helped create Phi and myself. And when I say that, I am including all of the other histories. If I hadn't trapped the group of you here, then Phi and I would have never been born in our current forms.
Your current forms?
Sean, you should already know about epigenetics.
Oh, they would have been born
You
termites.
see, environmental factors determine which switches are activated within the genetic code. Reproductive cells are the same. Or perhaps I should say that the reproductive cells are the ones most affected.
Oh, I get it.
Sure.
That's
Sure you do.
why you made Diana and Sigma play the decision game.
What do you mean?
By backing them into a crisis situation, he caused an epigenetic change within their reproductive cells. I think that's why their children were born with unique powers.
Gold Star. This is the reason I have my own abilities. Phi was affected as well. You were born a shifter.
Does that mean that maybe there are more people like Brother, though? Like Delta?
DT, do you recall what was written on your wall?
When a curious hate oozes calamity.
And rearranging the letters gives you
No way. What you choose can materialize us.
Our decisions will bring you to life.
that is why the decision games were born. So that the Phi and me
Welcome back, Shares.
would materialize exactly the way we are.
No, but okay. So I get why you had to have Diana and Sigma go through life or death decisions. But the rest of us had nothing to do with.
I already told you. My motives are complex.
What? Wait, there's more?
Huh?
Fuck you, you goddamn old man!
Fuck, no!
That's your brother, Phi. What? How come he couldn't... How come he didn't stop her? How come he didn't... That's so... I thought he could read her mind? And control her? No, you're seriously letting Eric hold the shotgun again? Oh my god. How are they doing this?
Diana, take this. Put it in. Your bluebird too.
It's ready.
Key items.
Give it to Gab.
Executing force quit program.
And before this was his plan all along, or something. Or is this the bomb that kills 8 billion people, and he's gonna make them choose now? Either
The
kill
hell?
8 billion or
What
kill
is
6
this?
billion. Yeah, of course this was his plan. Otherwise he would have stopped her, right?
Must I explain? This shelter will soon explode. You've worked so hard, only to turn on this facility's self-destruct mechanism.
Sean, access the central control computer.
It's no use. Once the Force Quit program has been activated, there is no possible way to reverse it.
Then what can we do?
I will tell you one good, no, two good things. First, I suggest checking behind the bar counter.
No!
Why would you?
No!
Gab's been.
Oh my why? Why?
Kill Gab!
Why? That, oh my god.
With the shotgun you're holding. There wasn't much life left in him anyway.
Fuck you, old man. Seriously, the worst thing.
I never expected to hear that coming from you, Sean.
So what's the other thing? You had 2 things to tell us.
I have the ability to mind.
We already know that.
But I have told you everything about it. Reading other people's thoughts isn't the only thing I can do with mind hacking.
Yeah, you can control them. We know. We've been into other
But I am able to control
dimensions.
someone's body as I wish. Like this.
So he killed himself? Yeah. Why? I don't know. Maybe it was another clone or something. Maybe he cloned himself like 1,000,000 times using the machine. We don't really know, do we?
Eric, why?
No, for real, my finger just...
Mind hacking.
Understand now. This is my power.
Both, I think, chairs?
So, let's begin. Your final decision game. You have 2 choices. One, to stay here and wait to die. The other is... The other...
Hey! What's the other option? What's the other option?
Until explosion.
What should we do? What about the X door?
And how exactly should we open it? Unless 6 people die, it's gonna stay closed. Or should we start killing each other now?
Mira?
You're the one who should die. Say it, Sean.
I have an idea.
Which is?
We're going to shift, all of us, together.
Hey, hold on.
Oh yeah, and fuck these two.
Into another history?
But Eric and I'm sure it will be fine. Remember what I said? Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain.
Oh, yeah. You said if certain conditions are met, we can also...
What are the conditions?
First, you need to be exposed to danger. And the other one is
To be in the vicinity of a group of shifters.
I get it.
So it's
We'll
contagious,
resonate,
basically.
And then Mira and Eric can.
But which history are we going to jump to?
None of the similar histories will work. One team is likely to be dead after the vote.
Yeah, it can only be the one where you won the coin toss,
shift if
right?
there are no bodies for us to jump to, right?
Oh, they don't. They might not remember the coin toss.
We need to jump to where all of us are alive.
When we're all alive.
If they'll remember it, that's the.
Do you mean
Maybe they just remember it. Yep. There we go.
The history. where
How
we won
convenient
the
that she
coin
liked it.
toss.
I'm not sure I get it all, but it's a good idea.
Honestly, why are you saving, like, I can understand Eric sorta. Why are you saving Mira?
Bodies in different histories.
She's confessed to be a serial killer.
Ours for theirs.
We'll be forcing our other selves into these bodies, and they'll die without knowing why.
Like, she killed other people in this group without any provocation or
They're all
like,
living
reason.
without a care off in another history, yeah? One time, they do the coin toss once and win. Don't you think that's unfair?
I think, Chairs, that it's like any other part of the story that we haven't reached yet. It's just gonna be locked, and then we'll have to go back and win the coin toss, and then we can
should
continue.
Consider if those people really are us.
Good point. If we assume that we here are the true versions, then the us and the other history are essentially strangers. Even more of a reason not to.
If we shift to that history, then we're tossing the others under the bus to save ourselves.
Yeah, exactly what Akane and Sigma wanted to do, right?
the only thing they did was win at a coin toss?
You could say the same for us. The only thing we did was lose a coin toss. Even so, we've had to go.
Yeah,
so
Coal
much
Bears.
yet. We've been
You've actually completely got it. You could have saved us, I don't know, 30 hours of gameplay?
The bodies in the other histories ours anyway?
And why should we second
Yeah, there are
guess
different
ourselves?
versions of themselves in different, like, dimensions in the multiverse. In different universes. And they have to choose whether to, and if they choose themselves right now, it's at the expense of other versions of themselves from the other
And
dimension.
wait for our deaths. Or survive by sacrificing our other selves in another history.
So that's what that bastard meant. The final decision game.
Okay, so choosing here from my moral and ethical high ground. Wait, I'm kind of wondering, where am I right now in the flow? Fragment flow chart. How many? Oh, there's only one. Interesting. Well, if I have to choose, standing, you know, obviously if I was there, I would have probably chosen to shift, because, you know, I would have chosen for myself. But sitting here in my comfy chair, in my underwear, from my moral high ground and ethical high ground, quite conveniently, I'm going to choose not to shift. If I was there, I would have probably shifted, though. But oh well. Aw. Mom and Dad. My question is this the explosion that kills 8 billion people, or does it just kill them? Because if it kills them, it's kind of a good ending for... Oh. Okay. Not what I was meant to do, apparently. All sections cleared. And now I'm going to have to redo that, of course. I'm just, well, I'm gonna wait out this time just to see. I'm assuming it's gonna be the same as not to shift, like choosing not to shift. But just because I'm curious, because we already had one instance where not choosing anything was different than actually choosing not. Well, I don't know. I just want to test it out. Yeah, same thing. Okay. Confirmed then. Let's head back and shift. Because, you know, fuck ourselves. Fuck those guys. We did nothing wrong. We gotta save our own skins. It's not our fault we were put in this predicament. So yeah. Probably what I would have done if I was in their shoes. What? Oh. We're gonna move... Maybe not? Wait, hold on. Let's look at the flow, maybe. That'll be easier. Yeah, there we go. The coin toss. That's the only thing we haven't done yet, right? It should be. Yep, everything has an ending. Besides this.
Damn, I can't remember anything.
Me neither.
Neither can I.
Somehow feels like I made a bet with someone.
I don't know that feel. Akane, sorry. I never felt like I made a bet with someone, but...
Kind of bet.
Also, I think this is before
We
their consciousness shifted.
all forget what happened?
They might still forget what happened because of shifting. That sometimes happens, but sometimes they regain it after a while.
Who is this kid?
Yeah, this is the exact dialogue they had back then. Also, they would have remembered eventually anyway, I think. Even though they haven't gone through everything, so... Anyhow, that's it. They did it. Now they gotta live with themselves forever. Yeah, but that's different, Colbears. Like, I know what it feels like to have, you know, a hole in your memory. I don't know how it feels like when after you've had a bet with someone, though. I mean, I've had bets. I don't remember a specific feeling for that, though.
We're not wearing the bracelets, so I don't know the time. But judging by the position of the sun, it's probably noonish.
And the date?
How would I know?
Hey, Mira. Eric. Do you remember me?
Yeah.
I definitely remember you.
You're really better off them not
we
remembering
really
you,
did.
Sean.
Oh, must have worked.
Life is unfair. Don't you think?
And before he's holding a shotgun. Gab! Gab's back.
Bastard.
17 years ago, a snail traveled down a narrow path in the park.
Yeah, and that
If
caused
that
Mira to
snail
kill her
hadn't
first
been there, perhaps
victim.
all of you here would have lived a completely different life than you did. Just one small snail, and everyone's lives, even the world, changed.
Yeah, right, cheers. That would have been a nice meme ending.
Would you just quit talking nonsense?
I'm so glad you were safe.
Actually, yeah.
Of course we were.
Not you.
All have shifted in from another history.
Whatever. We gotta call the cops.
So again, he was expecting this, and he was...
Exactly.
This is still part of his plan.
Isn't it obvious? We're throwing you in a slammer.
And my crime?
Murder.
Murder? I see.
Well, no, not murder, but
I haven't
kidnapping,
really done one.
holding someone against their will.
Specifically, in this history, not a single person has died. I strongly doubt the police will listen.
But in the other histories, you...
Did you not pay attention? I don't have the ability to shift. The only reason I know anything of those histories is because I mind have to. In effect, the me you know is a different person from the one before.
Yep, because it was a clone.
Can I
But we're really getting into weird semantics here.
another history? If so, then I'd say this world would be full of criminals of all kinds.
What about conspiracy to commit?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cute.
I'm betting
You need
this
to prove it,
history's
though.
got a bunch of dangerous machines and gimmicks all over the shelter.
Unfortunately, I have removed them all.
He still kidnapped them, though,
You've slept
and
for
held them in a cage, and
nothing
drugged them.
is left.
Those are crimes.
No transporter, no quantum computer. Loaded into a truck and taken away. Sean is able to move right now due to radio signals received from a satellite. Why? Aren't you happy? I say again, in this history.
No, he did, Colbert's.
has died.
There was one thing, before the entire game started, he put everybody in a cage and told them to flip a coin and call heads or tails. If it was heads, he would let everybody out. If it's tails, they're going to play the game. And this is the future where they got like the result that got them out without anything happening. But even before the killing game started, he kidnapped them so he could do the coin toss. So he still did that.
But according to you, all of mankind will die if time passes and nothing is done.
Religious fanatic. A terrorist attack that sparks a nuclear war.
I heard this story. You said you released Radical 6 so that you could kill that person.
The me before you did not say that, but I can't deny it's true.
Radical 6 won't spread throughout the world in this history.
Well, not yet.
That means that fanatic guy won't die.
Wait, so now humans will go extinct?
Hey, where's that happy future you mentioned?
Interesting. Does that make you angry, Fun?
What?
If so, then we have a serious contradiction. I had prepared a future in another history where 2 billion would survive. But yet, you decided to jump to this history. That means you chose a future where humanity goes extinct.
Well, no, actually I chose to stay there for the first time and foil your plans, but then the game forced me to follow through.
No, you're wrong, Delta. Nothing in the future has been
Oh, come
planned yet.
on.
We'll shape the future with our own hands.
Really? This is the message we're finishing the series
You said
with?
something I can get behind, Carlos.
I think so too.
I agree.
Okay, me too.
Mira,
You're right. The future has infinite possibilities.
If we work together, we can accomplish anything.
Humanity's gonna die out? Screw that.
We'll definitely change that horrible future.
What's so funny?
Just that.
Actually, they can
What the
just
hell
like
do you
shift
mean?
backwards in time as many
Sure,
times as they
I told
need.
you Another history that my motives are complex.
They can just like keep
Imagine
shifting back in time until they find out who does it and then stop him. Can't they?
experience the events that occurred in the shelter. You're so determined now to change the future. One of the goals of all
Hey,
of us
CSN.
was to get
How's it
you
going?
into that frame of mind. It's all going according to
Next? I'm not sure.
without a single casualty. I created a future where mankind will be saved. Does that upset you?
Well, yeah, but you did that by killing like countless others,
Playing it. Very well.
which is still not a good thing.
One last choice. With that gun there, you will be able to choose whether to kill me now or allow me to live. I promise I won't use mind hacking.
Nice. Get gains. Get good gains,
You are free
my
to
friend.
decide. Which shall it be? Pull the trigger, or let me go. The fates of you, me, and mankind are all on the line.
I was really
It's the decision
hoping
game.
they would just like not give me a decision this time, just to show what they said. Come on. Oh, I don't even get to choose. I thought they would, like, you know, cut him off in the middle by shooting him in the head, thereby not giving us a chance and actually going against his whole plan and his whole mindset. So that's it, I think. More of a fan of Wangs. I think this is the final ending. Though, you know, last game had a bunch of extra endings or continuations after that one. Oh, it seems that I can't skip this, so maybe... Yep, can't skip, it seems. Okay, so I'll give my... oh, Nanako Mori. Funny. So I guess this is the final ending. Choices. Well, this is the decision game, Aryan. An infinite amount of possibilities and choices. What will you do? Aryan, will you get the wings today? Or will you not? What will happen to mankind when you choose what to do with your wings? Decisions, Aryan. Decisions. I'll have you know, my motives are complex for giving you this choice, Aryan. There are many, many different reasons to do so. Mankind must be saved. You must get the... Okay. You have chosen well, Aryan. Pro tip, always choose wings. Okay, what will I say about this game? Well, obviously it's a game that a lot of thought has been poured into. It has an interesting story. It surprised me a bunch of times. But I've been thinking of this a lot. First of all, I'm sorry to say I always try to be positive about the games I play. And this game has a lot, but I feel like I have to acknowledge the bad things here, because I think this game... First of all, I can definitely see why this game is considered the black sheep of the series. It's definitely very different in a lot of senses, and it feels like story-wise and not in a bad sense, but gimmick-wise, it kind of started running out of tricks, or it was staggering to like make it all work together, going to a conclusion, which is one of the biggest problems in stories like this, where nothing makes sense until the end. You have to make it make sense in the end. That's what I call the Lost syndrome, because that's exactly what happened in Lost. Great ideas all around, but they couldn't tie it all together in the end. That's why it ruined it. And they sort of tied it in here with very big gaps and holes in the story. But I feel like, if I gotta say, I think my biggest criticism to this game is that I think the biggest problem is the fragment way of telling the story. It really took me a long time to understand what was going on. It really gave me a hard time to connect to any of the characters and really feel for them as much as I did, because there were several different main characters. Like eventually, even if I hated them, I got into Sigma and Junpei, and they both, like, I ended up liking them after a while, even if they were both, like, you know, kind of, maybe I just played them as such or voiced them as such, but kind of whiny anime boys. So I think that was the biggest, in my idea, mistake of this game, of making it so fragmental. And that's why I couldn't. It was, first of all, it was really hard for me to follow a trail, because even if in previous games, especially in Virtue's Last Reward, we did kind of get to play a longer stretch before we had to jump to a different timeline. We did get to play like a fairly large chunk and not just a small fragment of each timeline. And I think that worked better because it helped me understand what was going on, what are the repercussions of each thing, of each like choice, and most of all, it made me, and again, because there was continuity, it helped me feel closer to the characters and care more about them. So I think that is the game's weak point. That, and then maybe it kind of feels like they were, oh, the support of our fans, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts, Zero Escape staff. Kind of feel like an asshole right now. But whatever, that's my personal thoughts. Now let's see, there's gotta be an after credit scene, right? Or not? CQD N2. Completed. Is there a new timeline, like in Virtue's Last Reward or something? Or... no, it seems that everything is complete. Even this... oh, this is why this wasn't complete yet. Now I see. Seems like everything is complete. Yep. And there's nothing else I can do. So there are no... so there is no bonus stuff, it seems. Also, I gotta say my favorite ending is this one, just because we're surprising Delta. And he's still like, oh, this is only one of many possible histories. We still fucked his choice though. So I think that's it. So generally, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this game to people unless they're really fond of the genre and the series, and they want to see, and they want to kind of get some questions answered. Because the game does answer questions. I'll give them that. They didn't just make it completely vague, like say in the end of 999, where you have no idea what's going on. And they just throw a bunch of weird shit at the end. And that really pissed me off. It's much more clear to me here what happened and what is going to happen. Because the game really does direct you into a single canonized history in the end. Which is okay. So I think that's all I gotta say right now. About this game. Of course, I'll be happy to. If anyone's interested, I'll be happy to talk about it. I understand why people do time travel stories. They're all shit. Well, first of all, Nex, I think that they were really good for a while before they were overdone. Before people started going, like, you know, if you go back to the classic time traveling stories, they were really revolutionary. Like, what's that one of? I think Bradbury did one where it's the very first one where you go. It was spoofed in Simpsons, where he goes back, where there's an attraction where you can go back in time to kill a dinosaur, but you can only go on a specific path and kill specific dinosaurs that the guy tells you to. And then the guy kills the wrong dinosaur or something like that and goes back and everything's changed. So I think that was the origin of that, and that's excellent. That's a really good story. And because it's basic, it's a classic, it's a lot of fun. But I think as we went along, it's become harder and harder to do more complex time travel stories, which don't. And again, because it's all theoretical, really, everything we know about time travel is completely 100% theoretical, isn't it? So the more theoretics you include, it's harder, I think, for people to follow. But you can't just go back to the classics because that's old news. So I think that over time, it just becomes harder to make time travel stories that end up as, you know, making sense and with a good twist that both make sense and that you haven't seen before. But yeah, so I think that when time travel stories are good, they're really, really good. but when they're not, they kind of they can be a mess, and they can very easily not be that good. Okay, so oh nice, we're having an SSH meet together between chairs and necks. Anyhow, oh, and Strombo too, awesome. Anyhow, so I think that's all I gotta say right now. I think that's everything I have to say about this game. Well, we have an hour left. If anyone wants to stream, you can go on ahead. If not, I could maybe do some casual Witcher 2. Just a casual chill stream of Witcher 2. Relatively chill. I'm not as chill as Gar, I gotta admit. I can do one or the other. Until then, until you guys let me know what you prefer, I will remind you that, well, first of all, before the next game, Chairs paid me last stream to do a stream of me just reading The Great Gatsby for 2 hours. I don't know if I'm allowed to do it on Safe State Heroes. I'll check with Suika and Snore. I'll do it on Twitch anyway, though. And after that, I'll move on to the next game. I think right now in the lead on my poll is Okami. If you want, you can vote right now to choose something else or request a new game. The link is on my Twitch page. You can also edit your votes if there's something that you regret or you just thought of a game you want to request. You can always edit your vote to reflect that. So what else? And I think that's it. So thanks, by the way, everybody for watching and helping me out through all of these puzzles and everything that went on in here. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry this took so long to complete. On it, if I'm being 100% honest, I think that part of what took me so long to get back to scheduled streaming was because I wasn't that fond of this game. But moving on, if forgot the name. I blacked out again. Forgot the name of the game. But the game with the painting dog that I just talked about. I forgot. Okami. That one I'm really excited for. I tried to play it a couple years back on a weaker computer, and the emulation wouldn't work. And I always wanted to play it on PS2 back when it came out. So I'm glad that I finally get the chance, I think. To stream Mutant games? I don't think I can play those on Twitch, though. Mori, I think those are against the rules on Twitch, so... Also, I won't do anything for money. There is a limit. I'm a whore, but I'm a classy whore, you know? I'm an upper class whore. So, I think that's... And what else? Anything else I gotta say? I gotta get back to these outros and do them more quickly. I think that's all I gotta say. So I think I'll be back in a couple of minutes, unless Colbert's, let me know if you wanna stream or if you wanna download and go ahead. No problem at all, as far as I mind. Will you get groped by someone in a fursuit for money? Yes, I would. Definitely. Didn't even have to think about it. So let me know if you want to stream something that's all cool. Otherwise, I'll be back, and I'll check the poll soon. As soon as I'm done with Witcher 2. I'll check the poll to see what game I'm going to stream next, and then I'll update the schedule. Anyhow, tomorrow's stream will probably be me reading The Great Gatsby for 2 hours, as Chairs requested. And until then, I'll see you guys real soon. See you in a minute, and thanks for watching again. Thanks for everything, and Marco.